Welcome, Vidyasagar, to this program. Can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Fatima. My name is Sagar Vidyasagar. I am the president of MEA for this year 2015. And, this is my 43rd year in working in aerospace. I have spent significant amount of time working in the engineering industry, primarily space industry, both in India and the United States. In India, I was working for ISRO for many years, and then I came to the United States in 1979, and I've been working for NASA from 81, and I'm continuing to work at NASA as we speak.
So today we got together for this Independence Day celebration, and you gave us a very good presentation. I'm pretty sure you have a lot to share with us about your contributions to space program in India and in the US.
In India, I graduated with my engineering degree in 1970, and I joined ISRO in same year in the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. It's actually in Trivandrum. And I was given the task of developing the reaction control propulsion system for the first Indian satellite launch vehicle. At that time, Dr. Sarabhai was the chairman of ISRO, and I was working for Dr. Kalam's project, which is the development of the first Indian satellite launch vehicle. Basically, they developed the technology that we need to launch satellites on our own and not depend on foreign launch vehicles.
Great. So, while you were at Sarabhai Space Center, when did you come in contact with Dr. Abdul Kalam?
Kalam was actually project direction. I met him many times. We have staff meetings where he mostly presides the meeting, and many days we were intensely working on getting the rocket engine built to launch the satellite, and many times we work late hours. And he's a workaholic, a person who has dedicated his life to his work. And many times we work in the lab. We will be doing some testing, and he comes by and kind of mentoring us to do the right thing, and helping to just to chat with us to see how things are going, and motivating us to be our best in what we do.
So, what is the one important event that you remember about the interaction you had with Dr. Kalam?
One thing was, we have, as I said, we used to work pretty late in the lab. We were all bachelors, young kids after college, with a lot of enthusiasm and energy. And we will be going through a very difficult time. Testing, nothing is working out right, and he would come and he would simply talk to us and say, don't worry, things will it will be done, and if you need any help, just let me know. So the word of encouraging meant a lot to us those days, because he never finds fault with anyone.
So your memories about your trip to Rashtrapati Bhavan to meet Dr. Kalam?
Yeah, my meeting was it was about 20 years after I had contacted, left ISRO, and it was, as I said earlier, it was a memorable experience for all of us. And the moment he immediately recollected everything, what I was doing,
Wow.
It was amazing.
Amazing guy.
Yeah, and he also took my daughter separately to his computer, and he told her what he's working on. He said he's working on a the BrahMos missile, that is the cruise missile that he was working, even when he was a president, he was involved with the development of that missile. So he showed her, he didn't understand a whole lot, but she kind of told her the pictures of what it does and how it works and all of that. So the simplicity of this great man is, is amazing. He's really a unique person, and I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to work with him and know him. This way.
I've been getting messages after he passed away saying he lived a very simple life. And I want to just quote from one of the messages. It said, he owned just 6 pants. There were 2 DRDO uniforms. Then he had just 4 shirts. 2 of them were DRDO uniforms. He had 3 suits. 1 was Western and 2 Indian. But he had 2,500 books in his home. Can you reflect on this particular aspect of his character?
This was exactly the type of person he is. His dedication to work is unbelievable. He is a very simple person. When we used to live in Toronto, he used to live in a lodge behind the secretariat those days, and he has a single room. He goes to work early, and people have told me that he used to sleep in a pulpaya. I don't know whether that is true or not. So he is that kind of person who led a very, very simple life, and he wanted to work was his entire life. And not only that, people can be a good worker, but that's not his aim. Was to bring up India technologically through example. That means, he encourages young students and everyone to do the kind of things that would make India one of the most developed countries of the world. And until he passed away, he was delivering a lecture to the students of the university, he was actually telling the same, passing on the same message that we all have to, Indians have to work hard towards making India a developed country rather than a third world type of country as it is referred to by Western people.
Let's hope we can meet his expectations soon. No, sooner than later, I would say.
Yeah, his legacy will live on, and I think he has inspired so many young kids in India, throughout India for that matter, starting from primary school all the way to high institutions of higher learning. And I am sure India will be reaping the benefits of his untiring devotion and work for years to come.
Thank you.